Good morning, folks, for part 4 of my farm shop discovery odyssey. I'm headed out to 2 farms this morning. Firstly, Malt Kiln farm, which is just off junction 2 in Coventry, I believe, and then the second one I'll swing by on the way back is Oaks farm shop in Balsall Common. So a bit more focused to kind of Midlands now, Coventry Midlands, as opposed to the Warwickshire places I've been checking out. And as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny morning, and I dare say there'll be a few bikers out today. And just dwelling on that thought for a moment, it's just wonderful to soak in the sun's rays in a mindfulness way, which I was doing when I was walking the dogs first thing, just letting those sun rays just soak into me in a conscious way. It might sound a bit airy-fairy or new agey, but the sun is super good for you, and getting the sun to your body, vitamin D, and not just your arms and head, but your chest. Taking your shirt off, which it's a bit fresh this morning. Still a bit cold to do that probably, but go abroad and do it. And then there's sun gazing, which I am no expert on, and you have to be a little bit careful because obviously your eyes, if you stare directly at the sun, you're going to go blind. But the sun gazing, which all the kind of hippie people are into, alternative health people, is supposed to be really good as well if you get that technique right. So, without further ado, let's shoot down to the Malt Kiln farm and check out the farm shop down there. Just having had a quick look at their website, I think you can get nice things like pickles. The second farm shop, I think, is going to be another kind of meat one, more of a butcher's. But since my daughter doesn't like bacon, my son does. We haven't cooked up the bacon from the barn at Berryfields yet, but I'll grab some sausages for her, I think, because she does like sausages. So, alright, let's blast it over there. Welcome to Anstey. So just heading into the Malt Hill. I've forgotten the name already. Malt Hill Farm, I think. And boy, it's a lot of traffic lights at the moment. Although I'm not surprised the number of potholes. See, they say if you didn't pay your tax, who would fix the holes in the road? Well, we do pay our tax. And they're still not fixed. Well, they are eventually, I guess. The book farm, the actual entrance, as you would have seen in my previous video, is a nightmare. It's like a lunar landscape. So yeah, there's just some really nice spots in and around Coventry. That must be the canal. And yeah, just waiting to be discovered, really. Not a bad part of the world at all things considered. And I'm super stoked or psyched that the growing season's kicking off. Already started with my peas, tomatoes, carrots, onions. So that's exciting, seeing everything budding. Now, these walls are absolutely beautiful. I love this kind of stone, dry stone wall. They always catch my eye. So, where exactly is this place? I don't exactly know. I think we're nearly there, according to the sat-nav. And I wonder if it's going to take me a different route to get to Balsall Common, the next stop. As in, not back on the motorway. I think it might try and take me around Coventry to that bit. I think it's like west of Coventry. Not 100% sure. So yeah, there's just endless farmland. And yeah, respect for farmers is just so high. I know a farmer. He's a rich farmer with a lot of land, but he's a very kind, generous farmer. Certainly in the past he used to open up one of his big barns and have a big party there, and he'd have a keg of beer and get one of his own cows slaughtered for the event. Could go a little faster, couldn't I? But he's a biker like me, and changes his bikes like peas out of a pod. I'd say probably maybe every year or two he's got a new bike. He's also, I think he's got an Aston Martin as well. But very, very nice, down-to-earth bloke. He's got a lot of land, so I guess he's okay. But he's not, as I remember him, the type of guy that wants to sell his land. He's very tied to it. I guess it's like the small holdings, that's more of a challenge. It's really make or break, isn't it, on the crops. Anyway, he does beef. Some of his cows I think he sells to McDonald's. And so, although I don't really eat in McDonald's, you'd be surprised sometimes that, oh damn, I've missed my turning. The quality of the beef can be quite high. And so his dairy bulls, you can get anywhere near, but one of his white ball, able to actually go in the pen with it and touch it. It was so docile, and maybe I can dig out a photo of me doing that. It was some incredible experience. So I've just added 2 minutes onto my journey. I need to pay attention here. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of pressure on farmers, and watching Jeremy Clarkson's The Farm really just highlights how hard it is of a job. But also, I've seen them out in the fields on a Sunday on the tractor. They work so hard. Maybe I could extend this thought concept, and as well as visiting farm shops in this area, I could check out a farmer's market. I did see something, farmer's fair or something. I think there's something locally. I just want to make sure I can leave my bike somewhere safe after what happened to my mate getting his Kawasaki Sports Tourer nicked by some absolute scumbag chavs. I need to slow down a bit here. Yeah, another beautiful little place, look. So this time I'm determined not to miss the turning. I don't know if I've ever been here, you know. Right, so we got to turn down here. There's another biker. Why is it that the guys on the Harleys and Choppers, they don't nod at you like like the other bikers, the sports bikers? And is it because they're Hell's Angels? Yeah, there's a pub or two down here worth checking out as well. They also struggle to keep going in this nice old church here. Very scenic. Thatched roofs. All in all quite beautiful. And really not far. Not far. So I think, you know, if there's something to do on the farm, then you can make it a family outing. But otherwise, just a damn good excuse to go on a ride on your bike and load up your saddlebags that way. Right, we're closing in on our target. Very soon. Station house, and that suggests maybe a railway in the past. And that was very short-sighted, wasn't it, when all the railway stations, the local little railway stations, like places like this all over Britain had one, were closed down. And then all these decades later they're coming at us with this green agenda, when really they should have kept these trains going then. But I think they're trying to restore some of these train routes. Okay, Stretton under Fosse must be where it is then. So what's this? New Bold. Must be Stretton under Fosse then. I should have checked the full address. I just tapped in the postcode, to be honest. And my fingers are getting numb, so it's about time for us for a break. I need to actually invest. There's another lovely thatched roof. Look, I need to invest in some proper winter gloves. These are winter gloves, but they're knackered. They're 20 years old and they've got holes in. Alright, so let's go check. It should be somewhere here, basically. If I miss it, then it's just going to end up being a trip to the countryside. Is that it there? This has got to be it. No? This is it. Malt Kiln. Oh, wow. Okay, they've got a... I'm going to have me a cappuccino. Okay, look at what they're doing here. Is this some... This is some kind of polytunnel thing? Wow. This is fantastic, guys. They're growing all sorts of stuff here. I'm very glad I came here today. So, alright, so there's a garden centre as well. That coffee shop is round that way. Deliveries, have to go around that way maybe. What's the way? Deliveries, coffee shop, butcher's, farm shop. And then I might be tempted to nip in the garden centre as well. It looks like they're growing their own stuff for the garden centre. Oh no, this isn't it. And I think this is the key to a lot of farms surviving, is diversification away from traditional whatnots. Okay, that's a garden centre. So what have we got down this way? Yeah. Cyclists and dogs walkers this way to Calf. I think what I need to do is go in the main entrance and I should be able to get to the shop and coffee that way, I think. So let's do that. I'm going to stick my bike. What about here? That's about it. Okay, so that was a wonderful farm shop, a larger scale one, as you can see. It's still pretty early, it's like not even 10 o'clock on a Saturday, and it's already getting quite busy. So if you came down here on a Saturday afternoon, it probably were really busy. So that tells me this is a successful place. I don't know how busy they are during the week, but I imagine they get a lot of older folk coming down to the coffee shop and pottering around the garden. I didn't get a chance in the end to go in the garden shop. That'll give me an excuse to come back, but I've got some produce. I've got some pasta sauce, and some ales and eggs. So worthwhile, methinks, and nice discovery about that one. So on to our second stop for today, which is Oaks Farm in Balsall Common, and so killing two birds with one stone today. That is going to be, I think, more of a butcher's, so I will probably be buying some sausages for my daughter from that one. So on to Balsall Common for Oaks Farm. I'm so taken by the sights that I'm actually forgetting to check my sat nav. So make sure that we don't take any wrong turnings. So this is a village of Walston. Don't really know what's here, except for maybe some porcelain tiles. There might be some nice places to eat around here, no doubt. Kind of feels good having the 3 cameras, the SD that I'm talking in, the Pro that's pointing back behind me. Both of those are drift cameras, drift ghost, and then the GoPro on my crash at the chin. I'm using them for video, different angles and that, and the SD cam for my audio. But one of these days I will get a Bluetooth adapter for my GoPro so that the audio goes through the GoPro. Although, gotta say, I'm haven't got past my accident I had the other day with my audio. I'm kind of digging how the engine sound is blending in with the audio on this SD cam, though. It's maybe not the clearest, crispest kind of sound that you would get on the GoPro. But yeah, I think I'm getting there. But I think having the cameras also, just from a security point of view, it's not so much security when somebody bashes into you. However, just having that footage that will cover you legally if anyone does, and that has happened again to my friend who got rammed by a van on a roundabout. I don't think there was any contest in that case. He was awarded, I think, about 10 grand in damages. Promptly proceeded to buy himself a new bike because his bike was written off in the accident. Okay, I'm in Binley Woods here, not far from the Coombe Abbey. Hey, there's a place I could go and do a little bike trip to. There's no farm shop there, but it's a lovely place. Check it out, Coombe Abbey. But he just went and blew his money on buying another bike because his bike got written off. But at least if you've got some cameras on you when you're riding, forward facing and rear facing, you're kind of covered if you live to tell the tale. Obviously, avoiding a crash is the best strategy. But someone plows into you on a roundabout, what can you do about that, honestly? There ain't much you can do about it. Okay, so it's telling me to go left here. Coventry right, and okay, yeah, I think I know where this is going. And that's kind of not too far from home from that point, 10-15 minutes back to home, and that'll be me done for today. Weather's starting to get a little overcast, so maybe this is good timing, and hopefully this will be a sausage worth the hassle. Sausage or two. Go. Let's see if I can take the Royal Mail van. steady, I think. Yeah, so it's not 2 minutes off my journey somehow, whatever I did. Excuse me. And I do need a clock because I can't really tell how far away I am, but yeah, so I need to get one of those clocks on my handlebars. I've seen them little clocks that you can stick on your, what's it? Just a bit too slow for my liking, that was. Okay, so where are we going? Straight on so far. So this is where I've done a number of videos heading down to Malt Kiln. To go left up there, going down to the M45, and that's the route I go to visit my mum. Oh, just went through a pothole without having seen it. Idiotic. Not a terrible pothole. This is like a brand new stretch of road as well. I swear they use like better tarmac in Europe, in Switzerland and places like that, France, than we do here in the UK. Okay, so it's still telling me to go straight here. Second exit, Campus Highway. Going back to the cameras, I suppose you only really need the rear one mainly. However, I suppose having like the helmet mounted one, you can always turn to face the issue if someone's going into the side of you, or someone does something stupid up in front of you, or if somebody turns out into the road without looking, that kind of thing. You're probably dead at that point anyway, but depending on speed. So yeah, the front one's secondary to the rear facing, I guess, but it could still be important. Yeah, so I've got two cams mounted on my crash hat. Yeah, the dark arts of motor vlogging. So this is where I think they're doing all the high-speed rail stuff. It's kind of a bit of an eyesore, but I guess it's going to be good to have that extra railway. Link fast train into London. Yeah, just starting to feel a bit cold. I haven't got enough layers on because I've just been doing the short journeys, not riding really. This thing's shouting at me. Alright, not riding far enough to actually get cold. Here we are, we're in Balsall Common, so we'll be coming up to our little e-farmy shop soon. 10:30 arrival, so that shaved another 2-3 minutes off the journey. Just magically by itself. Howdy biker, good lad. Yeah, so it's off this road. It's going to be coming up on the left, I think, very soon. What's the name again? Oaks Farm Shop, isn't it? Oaks, I think. Yeah, I've got fond memories of when I was working in Solihull, going for a few meals with the lads, because one of the lads on that gig really was into wine and dining, like, and he was getting it all expensed. And we checked out a couple of nice places in Knoll. I was still vegetarian at the time. When was that? 2012. Which I'm not now, but I'm not a big meat eater. I'd say I'm 95% vegetarian. Hovers somewhere between 80 to 95, depending on the week. But even as a veg, yeah. Nice place. I remember the Italian place, that was awesome. Somewhere in Knoll. I can't remember where it is. Yeah, you just don't know if they're still around after people were hit so hard during the pandemic. The oldest Saracen's Head I think I've been to. And that's an M135i car in front. I had two of those. Actually, I had an M140 rear wheel drive. That was crazy fun. Thing would swerve from side to side if you put your foot down too hard. And then the M135i, which this dude has got here, and that was a 4-wheel drive, and that was beautiful. Loved those cars. One of the most sort of comfortable cars for passengers, but okay enough. But I ended up having to flog my M135i. But who needs a sports car when you've got a bike? Still nice though. Alright, we should be getting very close. And these cyclists here ensuring we stay well within the speed limit. Eyes peeled then. Berkswell. Yeah, I thought we were near Berkswell. Ah, here's our Oaks Farm Shop. We've got it. Okay, there's a cafe here. Kind of due a top up because I didn't get a coffee at Malt Kiln. Have you tried our fresh homemade cakes? You're tempting me. Look at this place. This is cool. And really a nice way to end the morning. Okay, boutique florist. Marvellous. Did you see that? Shop local, eat local, support local, and that is the motto, right? Defo. No, I think they've got a bit more in here than just sausages and meat. So that was the Oaks Farm Shop. I've just got me a cappuccino here, and mission successful. Managed to visit the two places today, and very enjoyable at that. So I'm heading out home, and check these places out because they really are great. And in fact, the Oaks Farm Shop was far more than I expected for some reason. I didn't realise they'd have that much produce there. And the first one, the Malt Kiln, was super selection there too. So I look forward to making the next one. I've got a few more still to tick off my list, but that's me done for today. So I'm going to finish my cappuccino and head on back out. Ciao for now.